I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Quincy High. Happy Friday, and welcome back to the weekly update. First off, juniors, there will be a college information night next Thursday, March 5th, from 6:30 to 8:30 in the auditorium. For our first video today, we have some information about Quincy High's Women's Portrait Project.
So the project is highlighting women's achievements over the years in celebration of the 100 years of women having the right to vote. So back in 1920, there were a lot of brave women who decided that the time had come to reach out for their own suffrage, and that's a big deal, because what that did was give half of the population of the United States the rights that the other half had had for a long time.
Yeah.
And so being a school, we just think that this is the perfect venue to celebrate our history and what it has meant to us as a country. So as a history teacher and just as a citizen of the United States, I am looking forward to August of 2020, because that's the date when women got the right to vote in this country. So it's been 100 years, and we wanted to do something big to celebrate that fact. And so we came up with the idea of celebrating 100 women in history who've made an impact.
Well, I feel like it affected me in more of how I think, because now that I think about it, there's so much women who have set up like our future, and like we don't really usually take time to appreciate that, because the past is in the past and we don't really reflect back off that often. And I feel like right now, like, the present would be so different without people who proved that we weren't inferior, because that's what we were seen as back then. So it just really makes me appreciate people much more because of what they've done. I just feel like as long as you stay committed to it, you put in the effort into doing it, you don't have to have the skills required to do it. As long as you want to contribute and have the effort to put into it, then I feel like you're free to join.
Well, they could either see myself, I'm in room D123, or Miss Matthews in D219. We are kind of like the people who started this whole thing. Or they can come to the art room every Wednesday during art club, and there's the master list is there, and they can look through it and pick somebody. They don't necessarily have to pick someone from that list. If they have somebody else in mind who's not on the list, they can certainly do that. They just have to let us know. And I also would like to say that for those people who have said that they would do a piece of art, we need them to check in and let us know how it's coming.
Thank you, Ms. Lundquist. That's awesome. For our next video today, we have a promo for the computer class.
Come on. Oh, hello. What are you doing in my room? You were watching me play? Can you even see anything from over there? Nah, you gotta get closer than that.
Alright, I think that should be close enough. Now, while I have your attention, I want to tell you a little bit about this game. It's a fairly simple game, where the goal is to fight off waves of increasingly powerful enemies with a variety of weapons and items, in an attempt to get a high final score. Your two primary weapons are your sword, for powerful close-ranged attacks, and your wand, for slightly less powerful long-ranged attacks. From there, you have 4 different items to work with, which enemies will occasionally drop. Going left to right, you have a potion to recover your health, a shield to momentarily protect you from damage, a lightning bolt, which makes your wand fire insanely fast for a short period of time, and a bomb, which does what bombs do and explode, blowing up any nearby enemies. However, by far the most interesting thing about this game is that it was made right here at this school. The computer science class of 2018 to 2019, myself included, worked together to create this game as our final project. If programming and making games is something you think you might have an interest in, taking up Intro to Programming and AP Computer Science as electives is definitely something you would want to look into.
Wow, that game sounds awesome. Well, that's all for today, Quincy High. We hope you have a fabulous Friday. Be sure to think for yourself, work together, share with the world, and today's a day one.